her time to shine. Damien's asleep. Alright, so hi everyone. Oh my gosh. Hello, so we're on our last boxes for our CSA this year. I was just gonna go over what we got. Our cat apparently loves corn, by the way. Okay, move on. I don't need you to be sick. But so today we're gonna be going over our CSA box. Technically speaking, we have 2 more after these, but this is gonna be the biggest we got since we're winding down. So I'm just gonna go over what we got real quick. So our soft box, we got delicata squash, sugar pie pumpkin, tomatoes, some plums, and looks like maybe that's a pluot. You know, we do get those sometimes. Garlic, gypsy pepper, Anaheim, pasilla, jalapeno, and I don't see any serranos, but we got some Asian.
We got serranos.
We did get serranos. Am I missing them?
They're just hiding.
Yeah, that's okay, well I guess we did get some serranos. Apples. This time around, lots of apples. We ended up getting sick last week too, so we got more than we normally would as well. Our farmer, he gives us extra when we miss, so he'll give us the last week's worth plus the new week's worth when we go and pick it up. And since we all got sick and weren't able to make it last week, he did that for us. So we got a few varieties of apples. We're gonna be turning this into applesauce. Pears. Oh, there we go. Brown pears. Can't remember, it's maybe or Bartlett. No,
You just called them brown pears.
that's all I called them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they're so we got brown pears then. Corn. We've got carrots. These things are massive. Look at that. My hand is as big as my hand. That's probably not saying much because Damien's hands are almost as big as mine, and he's not even 3 yet, but still a huge carrot.
He had some bigger ones there that like twice the size of that.
Yeah, there's some massive. Like that guy. And we got onions. So, what are your thoughts on the... Okay. So that's all we got from the box, and that's our 2024 CSA season. So what are your thoughts on the CSA boxes?
I like them. They get a lot of food each week. The biggest thing is you got to be on top of using them and canning them, because some weeks are very overwhelming. Like this week we got a lot of tomatoes and pears and apples that for Shiloh and I is going to be very difficult. I mean, Damien doesn't eat that much, and trying to get him to eat certain things it's not the easiest thing in the world. But as long as you're on top of like canning and being creative with your meals, it's definitely a good value.
Yeah, it's also a bit hard too because I don't eat a lot as well, so we try to save what we can. I probably eat like a little more than Damien, but not a lot. What?
Anything?
Oh, the look you gave me.
I was just looking at you because you were looking at me. You're just assuming by my face.
Yeah. To be creative with what you make from these. There's some things we have a hard time going through, like what beets are a bit harder for us because it's not something we really buy. A lot of this other stuff, though, is stuff we've bought a lot in the past.
And a lot of the hot peppers, it's hard to go through that many without, like, we're dehydrating a bunch. We made a bunch of hot sauce. Like corn, that's What?
That's another one for us. It's a sweet corn too, so it's not like we can just go and make a cornmeal or corn flour from it, because you need is it dent or flint corn for it. I know another one's animal feed, and another one is for like cornmeal and corn flour, so that makes it hard too.
Yeah, it's easy to get burnt out on some of the foods. I mean, Damien was the sole eater of all the blueberries, and it was a very long blueberry season, but I can imagine us getting burnt out of blueberries if it weren't for Damien eating most of it.
Yeah, like last year we had a ton of cherries, and I still have jars and jars of just canned cherries in light syrup or in water. Yeah, and trying to even go through those has been a lot, because like, we like fruit and veggies, but we're not, how do I put it, like,
it's hard to go through.
It's just hard to go through a lot, yeah, because it's 10 pounds easily a week, he said.
Plus
10 pounds or more, yeah. And sometimes too, since our farmer knows we like hot peppers, he's given us extra a few times.
Yeah, so like this week we're going to just take the easy way out with our apples and pears and the plums, and just make it all into like an applesauce, a plum applesauce, to get through it. The garlic's going to last a while, which is going to be great. Onions we'll use, and if we can't think we can use them in time, we're going to dehydrate them and use them for just dry veggies for soups. The corn, same thing, going to dehydrate them as well, and just that way we can actually try to get some use down in it through the winter time. But yeah, because it's just, we've got 6 years of corn, and
yeah, it's a lot, and it's sweet corn, so it's not like can do much else besides eat it, really, at least that I've figured out, and dehydrate. So. Yeah, we don't have any. We live in the city, which I know I've mentioned before, but in case someone's new, maybe want to know, we do live right in the city, so we also don't have like chickens we can give it to. We're technically allowed chickens, but it's not worth it here for us. We do 3 or 4.
We do a lot of composting though, which is so stuff we can't use and having to be wasted, we do throw in the compost, so it still gets a use out of it. But it's a lot of work, definitely a lot of work. And I'm definitely making tomato sauce as well on top of with the applesauce, just to get through the tomatoes to be used.
Yeah, we're definitely actually not going to be doing the CSA next year. I think I did mention it before. We did end up getting our roof repaired in April.
Something like that.
Yeah, April, May. We had to hire out some contractors. This is our first home we've bought, and we bought it 5 years ago. Yeah, okay, so we bought our house 5 years ago, and I got told the roof was brand new when we got it. It was. The last people that lived here did it, and there was some stuff that...
It was a botched job. The owners DIY'd it themselves, and they did a lot of stuff wrong, which ended up causing leaks and problems, so we had to get it fixed.
Yeah.
And that just takes a lot of out of our budget, already very tight budget, so we just can't afford to do a CSA next year.
Yep, and we only reason we afforded it the year before is you prepay in advance. We didn't realize our roof was that bad until last winter when it was leaking in more than one spot. We ended up with a hole in our roof. We're like, okay, a little drip, we can maybe hold out another year.
Yeah, we were gradually saving a little here. They're trying to pay it in full, thinking we can hold out a few years and just no. Nope,
end up getting a hole in it. So we will be showing you guys like what's going on in our grow tent that we got, and we did a video on. That's why we got it. And yeah, but if any of you can, I recommend supporting your local farmers and doing a CSA if you can, if you have the means to do it. It is a big chunk of change up front typically. Maybe some will do payment plans. I'm not certain.
Yeah, for us, it was like $800.
Yeah.
But I mean, the growth year is like June through, late June through, well, it's October right now.
Yeah, end of October.
And we're still getting a good amount of food. So, I mean, it's definitely worth it in terms of what you get out of it, as long as, like I said, as long as you're able to go through the box. It's definitely very worth it.
Yeah, so if you guys really do like that, yeah, definitely I'd recommend supporting your local farmers if you can. Because that's one of the ways what we try to do. We like to support local, but it doesn't always happen, obviously, circumstances. But if you can, I hope you enjoyed these boxes. We'll see you guys next time.